would say it's a very good and an intelligent question. Let's see how many such kind of questions you people have answered in my Instagram DMs. If you haven't asked any question yet, there's still time. Ask your questions in the comment section and I'll be answering them. Before starting, let me welcome each and every person that's watching this. If you are new around here, press the subscribe button. Let's begin. Any tips to self-motivate myself? Firstly, let me emphasize on the importance of self-motivation. In this world, nothing comes easy. You need to have the determination and persistence to achieve great things. That's where self-motivation plays a major role. When you love something you do, you are motivated as fuck. But we need to do something that we don't love but needs to be done. In that case, we need to concentrate on the reason and the gain of completing the task. Who gave me the idea to start a YouTube channel? This is the most often asked question. Let me solve the curious minds. I was in my second year. This was the year 2018. A friend of mine used to read a book sitting in the backbench daily. He used to read it daily. My professor used to teach. He used to ignore that. I was fascinated. Like, what was happening? Why was he so obsessed in reading books? He used to neglect his engineering classes. Back then, I was in love and stupid. So I did not think. But there was a thought running in my mind that triggered. What was it happening? Why was this happening? And then, to get that high, I wanted to start reading a book. I bought a book, Think and Grow Rich. Started reading the book. Could not read more than 10 pages in a week. Kept the book aside and just went on with my life. But there was he. The next week, I saw him with another book. Fascinated me. I approached him and asked, how come you are reading a book so interestingly? Like, what is the reason? I am unable to read. Can you give me any tips? He said some basic and some wonderful words. How to read books. He said that firstly, habituate yourself into reading. Like, read something you love. Like now, as you have a girlfriend. Yeah, I had a girlfriend. Read romance, comedies, thriller or crime. Anything that inspires you, anything that grabs your attention. Once you habituate yourself into reading books, then you can jump to self-help, which will really change your life. It will really change your perspective on life. And then I thought, why not? Why not just try his method? Once I tried his method, voila, worked like a charm. And from that day onwards, I've become a professional book reader. In a single sitting, without getting deviated, I can read up to 50 to 75 pages. A person who used to read 10 pages per week now reads 50 to 75 pages a day in a single sitting, not in a day. If I sit for 2 to 3 times, I can read more. But in a single sitting, I can read up to 75 to 100 pages. Then came a time where books were my only companion. This was the year 2019. I used to skip classes and sit in the garden of my college and read any book that's available, a novel or a self-help or anything, just to take my mind off the grief. My girlfriend, which I already mentioned, we got separated. She dumped me, to be exact. I don't know why it makes me laugh at this moment, but that was a very emotional phase. That was a very sad phase in my life, and books helped me a lot to go through that phase. Along that way, I learned the art of living. Along that way, I learned the art of goal setting. And then I set a goal of inspiring 1 million people in the next 5 years. Inspiring 1 million people in the next 5 years. And I wondered, what kind of platforms, like what should I do to accomplish that goal? And that's where digital media came into my life. That's where YouTube, podcasting came into my life. That's where Panda's Wisdom Talks became a reality. Panda's Wisdom Talks is not just a YouTube channel. Panda's Wisdom Talks is an idea. It's an idea of developing. It's an idea of reaching out to you people, inspiring you people from the wisdom of different influential people that have walked on this earth in form of short stories. My aim is to make learning fun. That is the main objective of Panda's Wisdom Talks. Not just this YouTube channel. I even produce content through podcasting. Through podcasting, I produce different content, like how the nature inspires me. I am a great observer. I can stay at something for like hours. I am also a huge believer and a follower of Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk, he is the entrepreneur of the century. He inspires me to produce content. If anyone follows him, you might know him, the importance of producing content in this generation. Producing content that matters, producing content that people value, producing content that I love. That is where Panda's Wisdom Talks became a reality. It's all a process of finding who I am and what I am good at. In my 21 years on earth, I have been involved in different things like skating, horse riding, swimming, cricket, volleyball, soccer, and being a networker. But teaching people how to grow and simultaneously learning has always been on the top of my priority list. But there were hurdles. The first one being not knowing how to edit and make professional videos. But as Gary Vee said, the first step is always the most difficult step. Once you take the first step, everything comes into place. And that's what is exactly happening to me. Just look at my first video. It is as raw as it can be. But now, I've started falling in love with the process. I love the process so much that I keep on editing videos 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. It excites me too much in learning different kind of things. Learning different stuff excites me. That is the reason I'm still making videos. There are little diversions and deviations in the way. But deviations are good. Controlled deviations are always good. So that's how Panda's Wisdom Talks became a reality. And those are the things that inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. So if you are thinking of starting a YouTube channel, start. Just start. Let that be raw. But produce content that people value. Produce content that you matter the most. That matters to you the most. Produce content from heart. Thank you. Why did you choose to do this genre? This is motivational. You could have done something else. Well, that's an interesting question. 80 of 100 people that are a part of my life are either experiencing negativity or a creator and distributor of negative energy. Most of my life, I was experiencing negativity. But once I understood the true nature of being a positive individual and how transforming life that can be, I wanted to give people that energy which would make the world a better place to live in. Hence, this job. What do you desire for and whom do you admire the most? Well, I don't know if I should call it a desire, but my goal is to be one of the most influential and inspiring person on this planet. And whom do I admire the most? I admire my parents for all the hard work they did. I admire my sister for the transformation she is experiencing. I admire Gary Vee and Tony Robbins to inspire me. How do you mingle with new persons? Humans are not complicated as you think. It's crucial to find that common ground, to find that sense of belongingness, to instantly connect with people. I also believe that empathy plays a major role in connecting people. You have to understand people. Why is life so unfair? What's fair and what's unfair? The problem isn't that life's unfair. The problem is our outlook and our perception for fairness. It's a broken idea of fairness. Can you imagine how insane life would be if it was actually fair for anyone and everyone? Just imagine, my idea of fairness is different to your idea of fairness. Most of us get so hung up on the notion of fairness and unfairness that we can't see how the world works. But facing that reality just by the key to unlocking your understanding of the world and with it, all of your potential. How to deal with mental stress. Firstly, let's address the topic of stress. Mental stress can happen as a result of unpleasant emotions or situations at that moment. Often, it's laughed upon, but we fail to realize that it can be quite dangerous to us and people around us. There are different ways in which people deal with stress. You'll have to find out which one works for you. I like to isolate myself at first, and at first I used to talk to people, but that didn't work for me. Now I started isolating and thinking the reason for that stress and how to avoid that emotion or that situation in the future. The reason talking to people did not work is they started comparing, like how I should be grateful for the life I have, like how my life is better in many ways compared to people, like how I am gifted compared to others. Not to talk my emotions and situations seriously. Songs and self-help videos can also fill your life and mind with positivity. You can also try them. Exercises, yoga, long walks, just staring at the beach. Name anything that works for you. You'll have to find. Everything is a trial and error, except life. If you get a chance to get into space with your girlfriend, what would you do? I don't have any, but if I had one, let me know in the comment section, what would you guys do if you were in the space with your girlfriends? Or if you ever had any? Effect of lockdown on introverts and extroverts. That's a wonderful question. Both groups express in their own ways. Both groups express their grief in their own ways. For extroverts, who socialize on a regular basis with large groups, like partying, who like going out, lockdown has restricted them and has caused serious anxiety issues. But people have started finding different ways to socialize, like that be video calling or through online gaming. First, introverts are not those who like isolating themselves. It's just that they hate crowds. Instead of being in a crowded bar, they like spending time with themselves or the people they like. They like quiet places. Lockdown has restricted the movement. Introverts like spending time in beaches, parks, quiet places. But lockdown has a great opportunity for extroverts. They can concentrate on themselves a lot more. So can introverts. Why people give more priority to suffering than being happy? It's a sad truth. We are born to compete. We can do whatever to help us get fame, name and money. People are frustrated with their own lives and feel better when they see that someone else is doing worse than them. They don't have the guts to improve themselves as others. They are negative people and have the tendency of jealousy, hatred and demotivation. So stay as aware from them as possible, because these kind of people, the more you try to help them, the more they drag you down.
Thank you people for watching this video till the end. I really enjoyed shooting for this Q&A. Some people have asked wonderful questions. Some people have asked really ridiculous questions. But nevertheless, I enjoyed each and every question. There are still many unanswered questions which I'll be covering in my former Q&As. If you have any questions that you wanted to ask me, there's still time. Mention them in the comment section and I'll cover them in my next videos. Do not forget to press the subscribe button. If you like what you see, press the like button and share this video with your amazing friends. See you in the next video. Bye bye.